Beautifully on brand.
Some leaders don't just grow companies, they grow brands, systems, and teams that scale with intention. I'm Gautam Khorana, host of Beautifully on Brand and co founder of Brandy. This show explores what really goes on behind the scenes of brand and growth, from positioning and storytelling to the decisions that shape long term impact. Today, I'm excited to welcome Grant Polachek, Chief Growth Officer at Atom.com, and a familiar face to our audience from his earlier appearance on WP Legends. At Atom, Grant leads growth, product, and marketing for one of the most respected naming and domain platforms in the whole world, helping startups and enterprises alike build brands that start with the right name. In this episode, we'll talk about brand led growth, naming as a strategic advantage, and how Atom has evolved from a marketplace into a brand first platform, along with lessons Grant has learned scaling teams and products over time. Grant, welcome back to the show, this time beautifully on brand.
God, I'm great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. But first, before we begin anything, I saw your LinkedIn post and I just remembered 9 years, 10 years at
9 years.
Atom?
Yeah, it's wild. I
Wow,
was sitting at my
congratulations.
desk and got the email, and I was like, "Wow,
I
that's a
saw, I
lot."
saw, I saw your LinkedIn post and I was like, wow. So when you started working at Atom, how many people were there in the company?
Oh my gosh, not very many. Five,
Hmm.
seven, probably.
Wow, wow, wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing. I must say, I am blessed to have some people at Seahawk Media also who have been with me from the first few days of the company.
hmm
And so I can relate to the excitement, the level, and whatever and whatnot. The early days is incredible, incredible. But
And it's been such a journey from crowdsourcing to the rebrand to, um, you know,
it's been a lot.
a
Yeah.
lot of these new launches. I mean, we've really listened. I think that's one of the fun things, um, and changed a lot based on what really works.
Yeah. To my viewers, to my listeners at Brandy, the Beautifully on Brand, okay? I know what atom.com is. By the way, to all of my viewers, go to atom.com. What an amazing domain name and an amazing domain itself. But in your words, what does atom.com do?
We are the number one place to go if you're struggling to find a name and a domain for whatever it is you're launching.
That's the easiest way. I understand.
We have a lot of solutions. We have a premium domain marketplace, which is our
Mm,
flagship, some of the best domains, everything from ultra premium, like
mm,
trinity.com, to master.ai, some just beautiful domains, and some more easier to acquire ones for everybody else who needs something great. But then we have so many other solutions that are powered by AI to help everybody who needs that
mm.
perfect name and domain.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I believe, and I looked at atom.com this morning and I noticed the entire menu bar has changed. I like it. And I see so many neat and clean options. But the one which I'm really curious about is that are you a registrar now?
We are a registrar. Officially, the big launch was last Thursday.
Okay.
Um, yeah, huge change for our business. We're really excited for what's coming next.
And are you focused on certain TLDs or like, like what others do?
We have a starting batch of TLDs,
Okay.
which are I mean, so our premise on TLDs has always been and will always be the same is that it's really about the best ones. I
Mm,
know there's hundreds, if not thousands, at this point, and there's use cases for probably all of them. But at the same time, .com, .ai, .io, in certain spaces, you got an XYZ or a GG, things
mm,
like that, and we'll keep expanding our list. Um, but we really want to connect people with those powerful extensions that you know uh, that they should be using. We use this kind of phrasing where it's like we don't want to get you through the process so you can have a domain. We want to
mm,
guide you to a domain that really helps your business grow.
mm.
And there's only so many extensions that, in my opinion, we should be recommending. So we want to
Yeah.
be that consultative approach rather than just here's everything you choose.
Yeah, yeah. But in your opinion, when should a startup and anybody coming up with a business idea prioritize the iconic.com versus all the others? I'm including, even though IO and XYZ and all of them are selling for millions and millions of dollars nowadays. But
I
when?
have a very strong opinion on this. Obviously, .com is the best.
Mm,
There's something interesting you can do with an alternative extension. We have a whole marketplace built
mm,
around this. You can buy a single English word
mm,
dot something else. So, um, let's see. I think we have Phoenix.ai, let's
mm,
say.
mm.
That's a
Phenomenal.
great
Yeah.
domain.
Mm,
And it's probably priced for, if you compare it to a .com, it's much, much, much cheaper than the Phoenix.com, right?
mm,
So for people who can't, who the .com is out of your reach in a single English word, I think it's a great opportunity to say,
mm.
here's the industry I'm in. Obviously, if you're building a mom and pop pizza shop and you buy a .ai, that's a bad idea, right? Um, so if you can align what you're building with a single English word dot something else, it is a really, really strong option.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I think so. I think so. I'm all in for like non coms, to be very honest with you. As long as if that's what think, okay? When you speak it out loud, can you remember it? That's what I feel.
And that's always the gold standard.
Yeah.
But also like you're taking a risk if you have a mediocre dot XYZ, right?
True. True.
You're if you're not going for the cream of the crop, then you're taking a risk for sure because .com is still what everybody thinks of. If you
Yeah.
give somebody a two-word domain, like if Facebook launched on Facebook.gg, nobody would care,
Yeah.
right? If they launched on Meta.ai,
Mm.
that's super. That's fine. Not that they did
Yeah.
either of those. That's just an example. Um, so that's how I think about it. If you can use the alternative extension to get something great, that's fantastic. If you're gonna do and there's lots of wonderful two-word domains, short abstract domains. If you're going in that direction, you probably want the .com.
I am with you. And I think if there's already an established business and it's on some non.com and they're making, let's say, even $100,000 a year in net profit and they have to spend, I don't know, 30,000 or $40,000 to acquire .com, just get it over with, worth every penny. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
100%. I mean, if you can, yes.
I think that's my approach to all of this, by the way. And by the way, AI.com purchase, which everybody's talking about for 70 million, I
Yep.
don't, not a surprise. Are you surprised?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
Yeah, we were just out at a conference with Larry, who was the head broker on that. Larry
Mm.
Fisher, great guy. Um, no, absolutely not. I was a little bit surprised by the reception and what happened. That story is pretty interesting.
Mm.
A lot of people weren't overly excited about the whole launch of that brand, so we'll see how it all comes together.
But
But
that I don't know. All I know is that the absolute worst case scenario, the domain's value is never going to go down. I don't think
right,
so.
yeah, I mean it's Canada finding absolutely. It's a great
Yeah,
domain.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'll be shocked if any of my viewers don't know that AI.com was sold to the owners of Crypto.com for 70 million US dollars. The most expensive domain in history, right? Till date.
Recorded. I mean, there could be something somewhere that nobody knows about, but
That's true.
absolutely the most expensive record domain in history. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. And by the way, I noticed that Adam does automatic trademark screening now, or was it always there? I just jogged my memory. I can't remember.
Yeah, so we've been integrating trademark more and more deeply over time. We've had a trademark product for a while now,
Mm,
and so there's a couple different ways to access that. We've integrated into like the AI naming tool, which I think we'll get into. We also have a standalone trademark.io website
mm,
that you
mm,
can go and do the free trademark checks. Yeah.
mm. You didn't get trademark.com, did you?
Did not get trademark.com. No, no.
No, no,
Um,
no.
yeah. We have a couple domains around that. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about the other ones.
Hmm.
We got a really nice other ones. We got a two-letter.io
Hmm.
that's related to that space that we'll probably do
Yeah.
something with pretty soon.
Yeah. Now tell me and educate me and my viewers about your naming contest and the ways people can find names. Because the biggest challenge is, and I come across these things every single day, like what domain should I get? What name should I get? Oh shit, I got this and bought this domain. I don't even have the trademark. Like where would you start? Where should people start? And they're starting out a new business.
hmm So at this point, we have three different exceedingly powerful solutions.
Hmm.
The first one is a brandable domain marketplace. So this is where you go, you type in something like fashion, and you can explore already curated, amazing domains ready to brand, logos included. Most of them have descriptions. They're just ready to lift and go.
Hmm.
Some of the best domains that on the internet, and yeah,
Where is this? Let's go there.
just type in right in that search bar. Type in something like, "What kind of a business do we want to start?" AI. No, don't go. Nobody likes it. Type it in. There we go. Yeah. So you'll see, just some really incredible like
Hmm.
tulip.ai,
Tulip. Look at this one.
um, instantai.com. So you'll come in here and omni.ai.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
$1
right.
million for Nova, guys.
Nova.
Anybody watching?
Genesis is breathtaking. So this
But
one
if
gives
somebody doesn't have a budget, I want to understand. If somebody doesn't have so much budget, but they want to start out small and lean.
right.
Where do they go on Atom first? Should they go on naming
Right.
contest?
Now, now just before we'll get into that as well.
Yeah.
But just for hit the filter really quick, and we're gonna make this easier. If
Okay.
you,
Here. Okay.
yeah,
Oh
give it a
wow.
little scroll, scroll,
Oh,
scroll. Yeah, right there. So if you do want to look at the marketplace, you can see there's budgets right here. So if you
oh
want
yeah, yeah, yeah. There are tons
to,
of options.
yeah,
Tons.
yeah. So you can get a lot of really good stuff. I mean, some of the things that surface right away are some of those really
Yeah, it's
really
impossible not to find something, to be very honest with you.
right. But here's some really bot basic logic flash. I love that.
Hmm.
Born IQ.
Yeah. Wow. That's a steal.
I really love domains, and I don't know if everybody understands, but like Proximy,
Hmm.
really love a good short abstract domain.
Hmm.
Zorvi, you see these all the time. They're really strong. You can get them for affordable.
Yeah.
Cognizant is fantastic. Okay, so the other options are if you go up to the top. So this is the bread and butter. Like we believe that this is where you should start.
Thought.
But some other
Find
things. So if you
something.
go over here to domains
Hmm.
and you look at the search available domains over on your right top.
Hmm. Oh,
Keep going.
yep.
Top. Yeah, that's one. So this is where you go if you know vaguely what you want. So you already come in, and this is the quick search. Let me just go with Tech Vault because it's sitting right there or whatever. Just do coffee. Yeah, so you can do something like coffee.
Oh wow, it's like instant search also. Yeah.
So it shows you premium. Now type in like a 2 word. So do like Cafe Fresh or something like that.
Okay.
This is one of the. I love this. Nobody else does this. So
Oh
Cafe
wow.
not available. Let's say you're .com crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cafe Fresh is not available in .com, but now this right side, the AI generated. This is nobody does this, and I think this is one
And
of
it's
the most
instant. It was instant. I didn't even have to click anything. That was pretty wild.
right. So now you're coming in and going, I want Cafe Fresh, and the internet says you can't have that in the .com. Now you've got all these other things. And I really like the one. Where was that? Here, just scroll down. Like Java Glow. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's available
So
on .NET.
many,
You have
so
this
many.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And you have premium, so you see,
Yep. All these
favorite,
options. Yep.
fantastic, cafe fourth. So you know what you want, because that's one of the most frustrating things in finding a good domain. I we've done all this brainstorming. We've wrote down 40 domains. Everybody's aligned on this one, and I can't have it. So having a
Yeah.
system that spits out similar, if not better, ideas and keeps that process going, again, is unheard of in this industry. I've never seen it, and it's really one of the most
Yeah. You
exciting.
will. It is much cleaner than any other websites. I must say, being very honest, it's pretty cool.
Um, yeah, and we come from years and years of people being frustrated. What name do I find?
Mm,
What name should I use? And that's our
mm,
solution. It seems really simple, but if you put it in the process
mm.
of, I have this domain, I came here and I can't have it, and the system spits out 8 other really strong, close options that
Hmm.
are immediately available. I mean, how much time and how much energy and how much frustration does that save you?
I I think I can already suspect one frustration with Atom.com. I'll be very honest. Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, if I'll find so many good options in my budget, and
Yeah.
if I want to register something, let's say my dad is wanting to start a new business, that's why I was looking at a cafe, and he wants to start a cafe or whatever. Like, what option would we choose? There are like so many. What
Oh, well, I have a solution for that too. I have a solution.
tiebreaker?
Um, do you want to go to that solution or do you want to go to the AI tool first?
No, 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 no. The solution first. Let's start with the
Okay.
solution.
So before we get into that though, there is one thing that I wanted to mention. There's this really interesting trend with vibe coding where people are becoming domain first, where they'll literally go and find a good domain and then they'll
Mm,
code it,
mm.
which is the opposite of anything that's ever happened, where
Yep,
everybody is,
yep,
here's
yep,
the
yep, yep.
idea, because I know it's going to take minimum 3 months to build. Now that I can build something in the weekend, I go and I find a domain. So that's a little tangential. Okay, so if you want to go back to the website.
Hmm.
Um, Let me just make sure that I find the right URL.
Here I am.
So AI dash, I don't know if it's I don't know where it is in the nav yet. This is new.
Mm.
So we're going to try it together and
AI
cross.
dash.
AI dash testing.
Just testing. Let's see.
AI dash testing. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
this guy is powered by AI,
Mm.
um, and it's going to take your names
Hmm.
and it's going to give you feedback. So let's go to the AI tool because this is the end of the AI tool anyway.
Oh wow! But I can already see what your guys are doing. Look at this.
And I'll show you exactly how it works. So here's the
Okay.
beauty. I'll tell you this story really quick. You were right before we got on this. You were saying you're not sleeping because you love vibe coding so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Um, we've been focusing on a lot of things, so I can't say that I'm as deep into it as maybe you are, but I couldn't help myself, and I really needed to try it.
Mm.
So I always had this idea of that you know everybody, they move, they get an old couch, they have kids that grow up, so you always have stuff to give away, right? Have you
Mm.
ever been in that situation? And I always felt like you go and give it to the Salvation Army or whoever else, like it's not personal.
Mm.
So I always had this idea of like you connect with local churches or Rotary clubs or whoever, and you give them these little marketplaces where they can share amongst that community.
Mm.
So I built that in a weekend.
Mm.
I haven't done anything with it, but here's where I am. So come over here to so this is the vibe coding solution. Come over here to AI naming in the top nav. Because we'll
Mhm.
come back to this tool in a minute because I'll show you
Mm.
how it uses. So go to AI naming contest,
Mhm.
and these are complimentary.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna power through a naming process. We're gonna go as fast as possible. We'll try and get through it in.
Okay. Should I click here?
Yep. So what do you want to? We'll decide what we want to build.
Pour over
Yeah. So
coffee And beans. Okay.
Yep. Click continue.
With Iris. Okay.
Yep. You do have to log in. Use one of your many email addresses.
Yes. I'll do this later.
Yep. Okay. Then click continue again. I'm gonna time this. Can I time it? It'll be fun.
Okay. This sounds like a solid. What says this about a specialty coffee place?
Go fast. Don't think too hard.
Okay. Anaerobic washed coffee. Okay.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds okay.
Fun.
Yep. Beautiful.
Short and sexy.
Okay, now it goes. Do you see how fast that was? That's
Yeah.
That used to take us at least 2 days, and we were the fastest. Okay, so now you've got your
What's
agents.
happening here? What the hell is happening?
We've got all these are agents, and they're all trained in different styles. So hover over where did this one? My favorite one, Fable, is gonna give you raw names. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Fable gives you like animal names. So you've got I forget how many. It's 8. You've got 8 AIs who are competing against each other to give you great names. Uh-oh, what happened? You went dark. Okay, so now just start.
Rostiva, Capify by Nova. So Nova, all of these are different agents with their different algos, thinking process, whatever, basically.
Exactly, and you'll see some of them are giving you short names. So now just
And
start
they're showing you the domains.
and you've got premium domains. So start shortlisting. There's a little heart. Just start shortlisting them.
Where's the heart? Oh, yeah, I see.
Your favorite ones.
Okay,
trying
I'm
to
just
get this-
clicking.
Yeah.
Peak pour. Okay.
Hold on, stop for 1 second. So we're gonna do one more thing. Go back to the peak one
Mm-hmm.
and give it some feedback, or whichever one. It doesn't really matter. Go to the comments.
Oh, wow.
Say something. I love the word peak. Something like that.
Mm.
Or I love the word pour. Or this is short and fun.
I love letter P.
Yeah, beautiful. Hit enter and do one more for me. I love the motivation behind Rise or something. Yep.
Let's see.
Now scroll up a little bit, or you can keep going and click generate down a little bit more. Right up. We're on the right side. There's a black widget.
Oh,
It's there.
okay.
Click generate more. So you get a couple rounds of all of this.
Oh.
So now you've given it some feedback, and you're telling all the AIs these are the ones I like. These is some feedback, and they're going to take another pass at it. Again, all complimentary. And thinking back, like this is the hardest thing. Coming up with name ideas is exceedingly difficult.
Mm.
So we're almost there. We're not at round 2 yet.
Now we are.
Okay, so you see
My shortlisted are on the top.
shortlisted. You'll see an R2 if you scroll down, I think. We need to do a little bit. Just keep going. If you see anything like
R1.
shortlist it. Like that's
Oh, I see. R1 is like first round, and then R2.
R1 is first round. You might have to go to the second page. We should invert that, but that's okay.
These seem to be round 2.
Okay. Well,
It's pretty wild that what this technology is.
yeah, absolutely. So here we are, and we might not be getting round 2, but that's okay. I'll fix that. Okay, so click one more just for fun, or maybe 2 more.
Okay.
We can keep doing this.
Espresso. Okay, cool. And
Okay, now you got to stop because you can't do too many. Okay, so now go back
I
to the
want
top.
to and generate.
See, it just gives the goal is that it should take 20 minutes.
Yeah, your shortlist showing your shortlist here. And
Exactly. So now do your audience test.
is it with Trademark? Is this linked with Trademark, or that's the last step?
Yeah.
Ah.
So go to your validation. So begin name validation. So now you've got several great domains. Okay, one click trademark check. So click check
Oof.
trademark. Boom.
I was Wow.
There it
Wow.
is.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's right there. So
This used
you've
to take days and days to get figured out. Like, is the trademark available? And it also,
super fast.
how
When
is
I
this
started,
so? I'm shocked at how is the trademarks are so fast integrated with this. It's shocking.
yeah, that's yeah.
By
Okay,
the way,
so now
I want to say something to my viewers here. I'm not being paid for this. I'm just truly being shocked how good this is. I'm just truly shocked, how good this is. Okay. Like, really, it's incredible.
yep, don't go back. So now do the
Oh,
audio. Oh, go back there. Yeah.
wow.
This is where it gets fun. So you've had, again, you can take more time on this and you can build your short list. Close this one out. So
Mm.
here we're getting back to where we started. This is the audience test, start audience test. So you literally have 6 domains that you're excited about. Just click continue. This is where it gets fun. This blew my mind when I saw it the first time.
Mm.
Okay, the cafe is selling pour over coffee and beans. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, if you want to, in India, beautiful. Gets a little sophisticated here, so you can just choose the easy one. You have several different questions that you can go
Oh,
and
that's pretty cool. That's
ask
pretty
your
cool.
audience. So you can say, yeah, exactly. We've got India in there. Now, just these are AI. So in the back end, once you choose all this, we're going to train 100 AI agents to then vote on your name. So you can just click start voting and it'll just go.
Ooh, let's see what's happening here.
These guys and girls and over here, these are the AI agents, and again, we fed to them one by one. I forgot you're a 31-year-old woman with 3 children, blah blah blah. So they're looking at it from different perspectives, and we're
As humans, just like humans,
just like
basically.
humans, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this has always been because I don't think we talked about this yet, but we come from crowdsource contests. So we've recreated the crowdsource contest. And soon we are going to be able to add real humans on all sides of this. So you can
Mm.
either add real humans to get feedback or to help you with brainstorming. Um, and you can
But
see these.
this is incredible. Kudos to you and your team for executing this. I don't think you have any other competitors like this also in the market. None I know of, for sure.
I mean, this is our bread and butter. We've been doing naming contests for 20
Clearly,
years.
True Beans is winning right now.
Now,
and
let's see.
and I can see in real time how many people are still pending. Like 37 people are pending here.
Can you scroll down? I think you have them, or no, you don't have them
Nope.
yet. Okay, you'll have them.
It shows 30, 70. I've done a few more are pending.
So what'll happen is you'll actually get real comments in a minute.
Okay, we have to wait then.
Wait, and
But this is
so
crazy.
while we wait, I mean, this is exactly the whole vision here is that you're vibe coding.
And
You
is this
want
all saved in my dashboard also?
to, yeah. I think the test is saved. I know that the contest itself is. This is still pretty new, so it's going to get much, much better over time.
Okay, let's click few folders. So True Beans is the winner. A few
Yeah,
folders
so
up.
go to your report, and this is where it gets fun. Of course, you have a winner, but then you have a demographic breakdown.
Mm.
And I've done this hundreds of times with real people, and the demographic is really important. So, go up for 1 second, just so.
Yeah, I
So
saw gender.
right, you say, I service men and women, but it's probably going to be more female leaning. And now
Mm.
you go, okay, interesting. So Tree Bean still came out on top.
Yep.
Um, I guess it came out on top
It
everywhere.
is very good in helping you make the right decisions, basically.
It's just one more piece of data. You always want one more. And these are really fun. I love.
This is I think this answers my question, which I asked you. Like, how do you? There are too many choices. What do you do? Well,
Exactly. That is exactly, yeah. I
yeah,
know I
this will
gave
help
the long
you.
answer to it, but I wanted to show you it for real rather than just trying to explain it. So we needed to go through. But
Uh,
we've gone through the whole thing from your brand to ideas to iterating on ideas, getting ideas from multiple perspective, train agent. And just for context, these aren't just, we didn't just make this up. We've literally done this 40,000 times.
I'm sure you must have. I am 100% sure.
And not just with anybody. Like I've sat down in branding briefs with Kellogg's and Nestle and Dell and Pepsi and Hilton. Like we're we didn't, there's a lot of tools where somebody just said, oh, I'm just going to build this because I think it's fun and I can vibe code it. This is certainly vibe coded, but with 12 years of
Of
startup
course.
enterprise
Of
experience.
course. Listen, I vibe coded my own personal website. This is the second or third time I'm saying this. Like in the past 24 hours, I have actually put a blog which says why I did it in 24 hours and how. So check out Gautam Khorana, first name, last name.com, and you'll see it. And it's got video games and stuff like that also. And I'm really proud of what I did. I still have to work on the content, but I know I could have not done it in 24 hours if I didn't have the background before that. So I hear you. I know what you mean. It's impossible to do that because there are a lot of people involved in the vibe coding also. The experience, which matters, the data, the whatever. So, but yeah, this is incredible. I'm excited to test this out. And, it's just, I think it's a no-brainer. Atom.com is a no-brainer for anybody who wants to launch a business, and they don't know what they want to name that business, but they have the idea. So as long as your idea is clear what you want to do, this is a good place to start. That's what I would say.
And I was saying, even if you don't know, go to the premium marketplace and start scrolling, and you'll
Yeah,
find a good business idea right there.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that's absolutely true. We are built for anybody with an idea to find a domain very, very
yeah,
quickly.
yeah. And now with the new atom.com, and as we, progress more into 2026, what's your personal measure for success besides revenue? It's the second thing after revenue.
Personal or in the business?
In the business, I mean, atom.com.
Um, we are definitely a growth startup, but I think that what we need to do, my mission right now is to change the way that people think about registering domains.
Okay.
I love to say this, and I probably said it 100 times. I might have told you 100 times. Um, in the past, you go to a registrar and you don't know the domain you want, and
Mm,
you say, I don't know, and the registrar says, come back later, right? If you, and we probably shouldn't do this live, but if you type in something like fashion,
mm,
or, I mean, if you went to a standard registrar and said, um, I'm building a coffee business, it would literally give you like I'm dash building dash a dash coffee dash business.com,
mm, mm,
right?
mm.
That's not helpful. So I want to help people think about it differently. I've sat on the phone with so many people who go, I have no idea what to name this. I want that to be, we're in the era of AI. Um, I want that to be easy. And I don't want people to go to ChatGPT and do it. Or I don't want people to go to Claude because Claude still isn't, I mean, it's okay, but it's not good enough.
No, no, no. You are the naming specialist. That's like, then you still have to feed in data on Claude and ChatGPT. It'll give you more data, it'll give you more data, but you already done that, basically.
It'll,
It's all fed
yeah,
in. You're not
no
charging money
straight
for that,
system.
straight.
It's just going to make it up, you know?
Mm, mm. Got it. Got it. It's incredible. I'm excited to say, and this is like now, like first week of February 2026, I see this. I wonder what's going to happen in the next 6 months or so with atom.com and in general with the AI world also. And I still have, it's been 9 days and I've been seeing news for, OpenClaw, CloudBot, Moldbook, whatever, like OpenClaw. So I have to test that out also. But how do I find the time to do it?
I know, it's like two other full-time jobs.
I know. I think ever since vibe coding has started, and with the rise of Lovable and other tools like in the market, like it's just become more stressful. Believe me, when I go to bed nowadays, like when I like on my bed, I crash within like 30 seconds. I'm that mentally exhausted.
Oh yeah.
Swear to God.
I just put out a post on social this morning I thought was pretty funny. It said, some people say that vibe coding is going to take coders' jobs. Coders are saying, "Look what I built! Look what I built! Look what I built! Look what like." They're just we're building at this speed that's never happened before.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, thank you so much for coming on beautifully on brand. I know we have to talk about more, and you're coming on a panel with me in April also. So I think you got the invite for that, and to all of my viewers, you'll all see it on our LinkedIn and stuff like that. And please check out atom.com. Nobody can forget that name. Super simple. I wonder how much was paid for that though. But let's not
That's a
reveal
good
that.
question.
But anyways, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, Brand. Thank you.
Thank you.